resemble somewhat of a human being. You know, eyebrows. That's about it. I have mixed up my pre-workout in my Core 150 1 litre shaker, which is incredible. So in my little pre-workout cocktail, I have my creatine monohydrate. I have 2 scoops of that, so it's like 2 grams before training and then 2 after. I have my alphamine by PE Science, which is a thermogenic, and my acetyl L-carnitine. So the alphamine I will actually not be taking anymore after I finish that tub, which is like, I think I got like 1 scoop left. Because I have just recently found out that it has an ingredient. Okay, so as I was saying before, I got all obsessive compulsive about camera angles and shakiness and all that nonsense. PE Science alphamine has an ingredient in it called yohimbine, and yohimbine has 2 very main side effects in certain people. The first one being water retention, which you know, it's not the end of the world, but a lot of people don't really like water retention because it makes them feel big and bloated, and I don't really want to hold on to water when I'm trying to see what my physique looks like because of my bodybuilding contest. The second side effect, which is the big one for me, is it can trigger anxiety attacks in those who are already prone to them. This guy. So, I mean, I wanted to finish the tub because I do love the product, and I found if I only have like half of a scoop, you know, so if I end up having a whole scoop throughout the day, as opposed to I was having a scoop first thing in the morning when I got up, and then another scoop pre-workout, which is probably why I've been so overly anxious the last few weeks / months / my entire life. No, but seriously, once it was pointed out to me, I did notice that on the days where I had 2 scoops of the alphamine as opposed to like 1 or half of 1, I was a lot more anxious, and I have sort of tested it a couple times since then, and it really is. So the alphamine is the cause of my excess amount of anxiety lately. So this will be my very last pre-workout on alphamine, and then I am going to be swapping to the same, so the company that makes my my L-carnitine and my protein powder, EHP Labs, has what is supposedly an amazing thermogenic pre-workout, which is their OxyShred. So a few of the ladies that I follow on Instagram and YouTube, they are EHP Labs sponsored athletes and they swear by it, so I'm gonna give it a crack because I like new things. I also like the word crack. Crack. Okay, so I also have packed in my bag, I have my another shaker cup with a scoop of my protein powder, along with the remaining 2-3-ish grams of my creatine monohydrate. I just put it in a little container because the lid on this is like stupid and broken. I also have a banana for some post-workout carbs, you know, and I love bananas. I've got some running around to do after I finish my workout as well, so I don't really have time to sit down and have a meal. What else is in my gym bag? I have some Rexona deodorant. I have normal Playboy deodorant. When did that get in there? Anyway, I also have socks because I'm forever forgetting socks, so I have a spare pair that I keep in my gym bag because who doesn't, like, people don't want, you don't want to not wear socks when you work out. I have my knee sleeves by Rock Tape because I do have knee problems, and when I'm squatting heavy or doing anything that requires a lot of pressure on the knees, they're great to wear. I have my Innovate Fast Lifts in here. So these are my Olympic lifting shoes. The drop in the heel, so this little bit here actually allows your heel to be elevated, so it just provides a bit more of a stable base for those of us who don't have that really ridiculous ankle flexibility, and allows you to drive your weight through the heels and just provides like a bit more like a solid base when you're squatting. So when you're squatting or doing, you know, any sort of like really excessive leg work, you do want like a nice flat surface. I also have my Mark Bell Slingshot Hip Circle, which is I'll be using today, which is fantastic. I'll try and get a clip of it if I'm not too nervous to film in the gym. It's really great for glute activation. I also have in here my trigger ball. I mainly use this to try and release my hips a little bit because I have really tight hip flexors, like my TFL and everything that's ridiculous. And I have my beautiful pink and probably a tiny bit dirty, sweaty Lorna Jane towel.
Everything that I do is my first name. Peace off taste bread. Oh damn, she got a bird brain. Ain't nothing but trilling me. Oh man, silly me.
Oh, easy. Okay, so I actually remembered this time to film my food before I ate it all. So just to make a snack while I cook my taco seasoned chicken. So this is 30 grams of tuna, just the tin looks awful, just this brand, just in oil. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of olive oil, on a crusket with a tiny bit of tomato sauce because I'm obsessed with tomato sauce. That's my daughter's leftover fruit bar thing. So this is just a little snack to get me through while I cook my chicken. Okay, so like I have been promising all morning, just going to show you some of my meal prepping tips. So this is just one chicken breast with some Mexican taco seasoning, just the Woolworths brand, it's nice and cheap. And I have in my crock pot, cooking away, I have the remaining 4 chicken breasts from the pack with the exact same seasoning, and just 2 massive cups of water. So like, I didn't even use a whole packet of this taco seasoning. Like, so 3/4 of, like, so half a packet went in the crock pot, and then 1/4 of it went on that chicken there, and I still have like 1/4 of the packet left, so I'm gonna save that. But I'm choosing, normally I just throw all the chicken in the crock pot, but I had family around this week, and they helped themselves to my meal prep chicken, which I don't mind, you know what I mean, like it's family, and they know what's going on, and I can always cook more chicken, you know, so it's fine. So yeah, I'm just cooking up this chicken here in the pan for my actual lunch. And I say lunch, but it's more like really late afternoon lunch because I haven't actually had lunch and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just watching a bit more Jasmine Gas here. I kind of just go through moods with different YouTubers I want to watch. I don't know why. And I'll see this little chicken is playing happily and watching TV. Poor little ducky, she's sick. I'm going to have some lovely pan-fried baby bok choy, some yellow pepper, capsicum, whatever you want to call it, tomatoes, and I'll pan-fry up some of the baby cos as well. So realistically, what I do is I cook up all my protein and my carbs, and then I just have like peas and corn, and I have cauliflower and broccoli. Florence, that's what you call it. And I just keep those in my freezer. They're just nice and easy. Bang them in the microwave for like, you know, a minute, and they're good and cooked. I do also have fresh fruit and veg. So in my crisp bar, there is the other pepper, a packet of peppers that I have. Sweet potato. Onions. I have carrot and some celery. I really eat carrots and celery. They're more for Josh. He really likes like carrot sticks and celery sticks for an after work snack, I guess. And then I make, you know, basic spinach and the rest of the baby bok choy. What else do I have in my fridge? I have eggs, a 30-pack of eggs, because we go through them like they're going out of fashion. Josh's pan bread, which I'm trying really hard not to look at. I use the So Good coconut and almond milk. I find it's creamier than the plain almond milk. Oh my goodness. So my father-in-law, who knows that I'm sick, made 4 beef mince pies, and because he knows that I'm on a prep diet, he did it all really healthily, except for obviously the mashed potato on top, which I'll probably just scrape off and give to somebody else. I also keep some chobani in my fridge, as Josh's orange juice, raspberries, tuna from earlier, and then we have salsa mix, and we have some cheese there as well because Josh likes nachos. This is the finished product. A very, very large plate of deliciousness. So 4 ounces of chicken, taco spice chicken, and about 5 to 6 ounces of capsicum, lettuce, tomato, all cooked in a little bit of garlic because I'm sick, and a bit of sauteed bok choy, along with my like 15,000 cup of water for the day. Yay!
Hello, boys and girls, or singular person who's watching my video. So I just thought I'd film a quick clip while my little one is fast asleep on where I've been the last couple of days. So Friday I had my best friend come and visit, which was fantastic. I missed her so much, and her little one, my little goddaughter, oh my goodness. Saturday I got hit by a big yellow school bus. I've been sick on and off for the last couple of weeks, and on Sunday it was Saturday, Sunday, it was just ridiculous. I couldn't move off the couch, I couldn't breathe properly from all the like being like congested and everything like that. So very little to nothing got done, including vlogging and editing apparently. So yesterday I pretty much just took one more day to make sure that I was fully up to scratch again. I'm still not fantastic. I actually went to the doctors and they told me I have a sinus infection. So they gave me antibiotics. They gave antibiotics to me to give to my little one because she's been sick for a couple of weeks and it's not ideal for such a young bug to be sick for quite so long. So she's on antibiotics as well. She also happens to be teething now, which is super fantastic, which means I got about this much sleep last night. It was also my first day back in the gym after a couple of days off, which hurt. I did lots and lots of really heavy squats because my trainer hates me. And then I did some conditioning work as well. I didn't film any of it just because I'm sick and I looked really sluggish and my form was awful. But tomorrow I am training upper body with one of my favorite training partners. So I will film my upper body workout for you as well as the conditioning circuit that I'm going to be doing tomorrow after my lift. So hopefully it'll just be a really easy no muss no fuss conditioning circuit that almost anybody can do anywhere, with or without access to gym equipment, which will be really useful. I'm also planning on filming like a full day of eating and explaining like what macros are. Probably won't tell you what my macros are specifically just because everybody is different. Macros are like snowflakes. They're very different for each individual person. You know, I'm still, even now, like even though I'm in prep, still like tweaking with my macros and working out what my body likes and what my body doesn't like, and you know, all that sort of nonsense. And then after that, I'm hoping to do a video on little tips and tricks